We're gonna come here because they want to play and they want to win.
Philly. I just
Like two chicken fillets, two fillets. Jay, two chicken fillets.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
What's up, guys? We're back for another episode of the Big Cat Chat podcast. Just to remind you guys, we talk everything now, NFL, college football, and Jaguars, so anybody is welcome. Make sure to follow our Twitter because we ask questions every week. But yeah, let's go just get straight into it. So we're going to go ahead and start with just the overall NFL and college football. College football is staying in a 4-team playoff structure until 2026 at the best.
Trash!
About that.
Trash!
Yeah.
I think I want to be like 8 teams, man. I think 8 teams would be good.
Yeah, I think they wanted 12 teams, which that was the thing. They had it should have been, they had it either 4 or 12. And I think 12 is too much because if you compare the 12th team to the 1 team, that's literally a 60-point blowout.
Yeah, people's argument against it was like, oh, you're just going to see blowouts like you did in the first 2 playoff games before the national championship game. And I'm like, you don't know that.
It's like, because I think the top 8 teams is where you get in that range of they deserve the shot. So, okay, yeah, they'll get a shot. I like that because it's also really annoying, only 4 teams, and you always get the same 4 teams, which you're most likely still going to probably end up with the same 4 teams at the end. But it's still just the chance of something else happening.
Yeah, for sure, man. If they stretch it to 8 teams, at least maybe like someone like the Florida Gators might get in for once.
Wow, you get in for the first time. Now you're gonna talk all that trash.
Hey,
first time.
Hey, we got there and we ain't leaving.
All right, JJ season.
Old takes expose this in another year.
Hey, don't sleep. Anthony Richardson versus JJ McCarthy playoffs. Pin it.
Hey, pin it.
That's my phrase. Pin it. Yeah, it's. Because, like, UCF fans claimed a national championship because they never got the shot, which you didn't win a national championship. I will say that until I die. You are not national champions.
What was the ranking at that time?
I think they were, like, 5th.
So they would have got in if those 8 teams.
Exactly.
And then they would have got stomped out. But anyway.
They deserve the chance. They are not national champions, and anybody who claims they are national champions does not know what they're talking about. Because was it Alabama or Clemson? Which either one of them won the national championship that year. They are national champions, not you. But yeah, UCF would have gotten a chance. Cincinnati got a chance this past year for the first time. They didn't play that particularly well as we expected, but still they would be in the conversation more. And I just think it'd be fun to see more teams, more diversity. I think it would bring more fandom to college football because I think it would bring a lot of people like our old co-host Brian. He says he won't watch college football until they expand the playoffs. So looks like we got a good 4 more years of no college football for him. But
who's this guy in the draft? Who's that guy in the draft?
Exactly. But yeah, I just think it'd be more fun. And I also think more football, the better. So
I do too.
Yeah, so that's how I feel about it. I know a lot of hardcore college football fans aren't fans of expanding, but I don't really see what's wrong with it.
Make bowl games mean something again.
Exactly, because it's just bowl games at this point are just guys opting out, and it kind of sucks. Which I mean, I know there's other ways you could try to make bowl games more like. Maybe pay since there's NIL. You could get NIL deals and stuff, but either way,
that's a ways off probably still.
Yeah, that's college football right there. I'm still gonna watch, and I'm still gonna watch my team miss it every year. Hey, I get to watch it in person. I got in.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. Sorry, just had to flex that a little bit. Now let's talk some XFL. The XFL is partnering with the NFL to test stuff. So anything basically, every year teams propose rule changes and stuff. They always get declined. But now the XFL is going to be testing. So they're going to be like a testing league. And I think this is good for the XFL because I think it's going to be what keeps them alive.
Yep.
You know how all these leagues, they fail. Like, for example, the USFL. We talk about the USFL next. It's probably going to die. The AAF died. The XFL only died because of COVID. Don't get me wrong there. But I think them partnering with the NFL is huge.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Especially if they use it like a
fill-in league,
like a semi-pro league, kind of like a D league. Like the NBA has like the D league.
Yeah, the G League.
The G League. And make it basically make it like that, where like a lot of these undrafted free agents, if they don't get on teams, they can just go there, and they'll have a chance to show what they can do.
And they can keep developing still. They're not going to be
exactly.
Stuck on They're not going to be stuck on a practice squad. They're not going to be stuck working. Like for example, I know Taylor Heineke's not that great, but he was literally in college out of the league after getting cut 6 times, and look at him now. He's like a borderline starter for some teams. So you'd see a lot more guys like that get shots. Plus, again, like I said earlier, more football is always fun. So
exactly.
The XFL, that's exciting to see them partnering with
the Lab Rat League.
Yeah. Plus, it's going to help the NFL and the game of football because I think it's going to give hopefully they can test for example, they could test different ways to kick off. I like the way the XFL did the kickoff, so that was kind of cool because it reduced injuries. They put them closer, and you could still return kicks. Yeah, it's really interesting to see what comes out of that, and hopefully it survives because the Rock is an owner for that.
I'm sure. Well, partnering with the NFL is definitely the way to keep it alive. So I'm pretty sure that will drive up fan interest.
Yeah. So let's talk about the USFL real quick. Shea Patterson and Jordan Ta'amu were the first 2 players drafted. They went to Shea Patterson stayed in Michigan.
Michigan legend, baby.
So he went number 1 to the Michigan Panthers, and Jordan Ta'amu, who was in the XFL actually, and was probably one of the better players in the XFL. He went to the Chiefs practice squad, and now he is back to the USFL until it inevitably crashes and dies. But he went to the Tampa Bay Bandits, so that's my team until it crashes and burns.
I'm not a big Shea Patterson fan, even though I'm a Michigan fan. Like,
terrible,
if you look at his stat line, he looks a lot better than he actually looked on the field.
He was terrible, bro.
And I will say, at least he did beat Michigan State.
That is key. Yeah. How do you feel about the USFL?
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. Once XFL starts off next year.
Yeah.
So.
Because there's no way.
I mean, there's plenty of players to go around for both. If they're both going on at the same time, I don't see how that's gonna work.
It's gonna hurt because of viewership. You can't have 2. Plus, I know there's a lot of bad players, and I think that's fine for certain positions. But I think when it comes to quarterback play, if you watch the AAF.
Let's just not use the word bad players. Undeveloped players.
Undeveloped players, yes. That is true. Some players are bad.
Some players are bad. Like if you're drafting somebody in the USFL, you're like 31, you probably suck.
Probably. But yeah, if you watch the AAF, the guys couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Inside joke incoming.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'll let you slide on that one.
Whew, thank you.
You know what? No, I'm gonna say it anyway. So we were playing Madden, and he was throwing inaccurate passes, and then he could not think of the phrase, so he'd always say he couldn't hit a barn door.
I had the concept on my. I had the concept in mind. Hit a
barn door.
I had the concept in mind, but I couldn't think of the wording. So I just said it, and now it's like a thing that'll follow me until I die.
Yes.
Yeah, the quarterbacks, they were throwing passes into the dirt. It was just ugly. Because it's like you can find plenty of bad receivers that can play against bad corners, but bad quarterbacks that just can't hit any passes. I think that'll be the issue. And I think all the good players from the USFL will either go to the NFL or they'll go to the XFL, and then the USFL will be left screwed and will inevitably die. Plus, they're doing it terribly. They didn't even live stream the draft.
They didn't live stream the draft. They're only playing in one city, so why even have city names for teams?
Exactly. It's like, I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's not good.
It seems like they're just trying to jump in. It seems like they knew the XFL wasn't going to come back this year, so they're trying to like fast lane it to get in this spring. And I don't know how it's going to work out, but I mean they have TV deals, so I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll have to see. But next thing. The NFL Combine is here. I've been talking a lot, so I'm going to let Sean take it away with the Combine here.
What do you want me to say about it? They're just doing interviews right now. Nothing's going on yet.
I thought you might hype some players up to look for, other kinds
of stuff. The only player that I care about, only a couple players. I put on, if you follow me on Twitter, I put on my, sorry, my lighting just is going to go through this thing real quick. But if you follow me on Twitter, I have like my hashtag my guys. There's like 8 or 9 of them. I can't remember how many exactly are there. But I won't get into some late round guys because we have a question that talks about late round guys. But I mean, I'm really curious to see what Aiden Hutchinson does, just because obviously a Michigan fan. I'm a big Aiden Hutchinson fan. I'm just really curious to see how he performs. I'm curious to see how fast some of these wide receivers run, like Garrett Wilson. I'm kind of curious to see how fast he runs compared to like someone like Burks or London,
Yeah,
because rumor has it for Daniel Jeremiah, he says that Wilson's going to outrun both of them.
if Burks play style, if he runs a good 4.4 speed, I think that'll really secure my opinion on him. Also, Drake London. I know Drake London's like people are betting on numbers for the combine.
Yeah, so it was like over under was like Aiden put
Four.
up 37 reps at on the bench
Yeah.
press. I was like, bro, if he even sniffs close to 37 reps, give me Ed Hutchinson all day.
And he's gonna have a crazy 3-cone because I know those Michigan edge rushers in their 3-cone because I know Quiddy
Well, I
Pay
mean,
last
a lot
year.
of people are kind of saying people were like mixed on that. They're saying like, oh, it's just inflated numbers from Michigan, but when they inflated numbers for Quiddy Pay and we had the video of it, it looked insane. We just never got to see it live action. So hopefully Aiden does not tear his hamstring or pull his hamstring or something like Quiddy did and actually gets to run it. I want to see him actually run it. I hope he gets close to I think it's like a 6.54, something like that. I hope he gets close to that number so he can stop all this criticism about his no flexibility, no bend.
Evan Neal will not perform. I know a couple other guys won't, but Evan Neal, N'Kobe Dean, Matt Corral, other guys like that, they won't perform. A guy I'm looking forward to, like one of my guys is Arnold Ebiketie. Yeah, a guy I'm looking for is DeShaan Dixon as well, because I've heard he runs a 4.3. If he runs a 4.3,
he might go first round.
He'll be. I already have him in the first round based on the idea that he'll run.
I think he's a first round talent. It's just because it's so deep at receiver and other positions. I don't know. Someone's got to fall. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. And
it's either gonna be
him.
Falls,
they better
Olave,
be a Jaguar.
Somebody's gonna fall. I hope it's him, or I hope it's either him or Olave.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good players. It's incredible.
Someone had Garrett Wilson falling out of the first. I was like,
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
I mean, it could. I mean, like I've said before, wide receiver rankings are so split across. You could ask 10 different people, and you'd have 10 different wide receiver ones. Like I'm obviously exaggerating. It's probably be like more like 4 different wide receiver ones. But Garrett Wilson's my wide receiver one still. So to see him, people say he's going to be a second round talent. I'm like, you sure about that?
What upsets me? I want to see Jamison Williams run the dang 40, bruh.
That sucks. I'm not going to be able to see that.
It's like every year that we get one of these insanely fast guys. I know Henry Ruggs ran the 40, but Waddle didn't run the 40. Williams is probably not going to run the 40. I haven't heard anything from him, but you have to assume since he tore his ACL at the end of the college football season.
Is Pickens going to run, you think?
Pickens? I think Pickens will run. Because I think Pickens looked healthy and running in the playoffs. So that was how long ago now?
Yeah,
I'm excited to see how fast Pickens runs.
I'm sad we're not going to see Hassan Haskins run. I was really looking forward to seeing him hopefully run faster than people are saying he runs.
Kyrie Elam is another guy I'm looking at. I know I've seen people think he's going to run a 4.5 or something. He ran a 4.5 in high school, a low 4.5. I think he's going to run a 4.4. I think he's going to run really fast. And What
did CJ run? 4.39?
4.39, yeah. So
is Kyrie faster? Is Kyrie as fast as him, or a little bit slower? You think?
I don't know. I haven't looked at them closely recently.
CJ doesn't play. I don't think CJ plays that fast.
I don't either. But I know Kyrie Elam. He has great recovery speed. And I remember against UCF. I know we lost that game. Blah blah blah. It didn't mean anything. Apparently, UCF fans think everything means more. You know, they think they won a national championship. They probably thought they were national champions after they beat us. But I digress.
Right.
But yeah, Kyrie Elam. He had this one play where one of our corners busted a coverage, and a guy was running downfield, like 40 yards downfield, and Elam tracked him down and got him down at the 5-yard line. That man was running. And ever since, I already knew he was fast, but after that, I was like, yeah, this dude's going to run a 4.4 range minimum. And I think he's going to blow it up at the combine. You know how it goes. It's just like with CJ Henderson. He blew it up at the combine, and he started flying up draft boards. I think the same thing's going to happen for Kyrie Elam, except Kyrie Elam is actually good.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the official combine invitee list. I'm assuming Khalil Shakir is on it. I'm assuming he is because he was at Senior Bowl. I am curious to see what he runs and how high he jumps and everything else because all the short arm bull crap. But
I'm
If
also
bro
intrigued
bro
to see,
runs a 4.3 and can jump out the gym, who cares?
I'm intrigued to see Calvin Austin just because I want to see how fast he is. I want to see if he
Yeah.
because I want to see how he compares to Rondale Moore because that's going to impact my board because no matter what he's in like the third or fourth round for me just because of his size. But I want to see how he compares athletically to Rondale Moore.
For sure.
Because if he's more athletic than Rondale Moore, then I'll probably grade him more than Rondale Moore. If he's a little bit worse, then so on. Because I think they're really similar players. Same for Wandale Robinson. Have you seen this picture? There's this picture of Wandale Robinson literally next to Rondale Moore when he was at before he transferred to Kentucky. They're like the same height, dude.
And Rondale's like 5'8" or any or
No, he's 5'7".
yeah, because they got Wandale's like 5'10".
They had Wandale. They're always inflated. The thing is, I'm really intrigued to see how these guys weigh
Actually
in and
measure
stuff,
out. Yeah.
measure out. Because I remember Rondale was said to be like 5'9" or 5'10" too, and then he ended up being 5'7". So
Hopefully Kenny Pickett is doing that. Who was it? I think it was Brandon Allen when he was at the combine doing his hand stretches.
apparently he's double jointed, so it's like he's trying to get like it trained so that he can get an
Yeah.
actual measurement.
Because it was somebody I think it was Brandon Allen, but I can't remember. They came in at like 8 7/8 or something like that at the combine or something, and then or the Senior Bowl, and then at the combine they were like 9 1/4. So they stretched their arm out, their hand out. They said they did some sort of exercise. I can't remember what it was. With their hand bigger.
I know Kenny Pickett's been doing some exercises to work on that double jointedness.
I'm not really worried about it. Dude played in Pittsburgh. The weather there sucks, so I'm sure he's gonna be fine.
He'll probably just want to retire like Joe Burrow did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the combine. Drills start Thursday. I'm excited. I will be releasing my top 100 player list and article after the combine. So
I will do nothing like that.
I know.
If you want to know how I feel about players, you can just ask me.
Yep, you can ask him or follow his Twitter, and if you want to know, you can either ask me or you can read my articles. So that'd be appreciated. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to. I'll let you send it right in.
Okay, so next we're going to jump into our Hidden Gems interview with edge rusher DeShaan Dixon out of Norfolk State. He's a local product to me. He was kind enough to join us on our show, so we'll just send you to that now. All right, guys, we're back here with another segment of Hidden Gems. Today we got DeShaan Dixon from Norfolk State University. How you doing, DeShaan?
Doing good. How about y'all?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. I'll kick off the questions for you here. Let's start with how has your experience at Norfolk State been for you?
It's been a very good experience. Very glad I made that decision in high school. It's been the best of me. Learned a lot of things, met a lot of new people. So it was a wonderful experience being there.
Awesome. I chose you to do a Hidden Gems on because I live in Suffolk, so you're kind of a local kid to me. So,
what part of Suffolk?
I live near downtown.
Okay, I got you.
All right. So, what was your favorite NFL team growing up?
I was a Tony Gonzalez fan growing up. So I know he was with the Chiefs at first, and then he went on to the Falcons. So I'm still a Falcons fan now, but yeah, I was a big Tony Gonzalez fan.
Is that because you played tight end in high school?
Yeah.
Right. I did my research.
How would you feel if the Falcons drafted you?
How would I feel if the Falcons drafted me? I mean, shoot, it'd be honored. I mean, it'd be honored to go anywhere. But I mean, for me, it don't matter where I go. I feel like I fit in anywhere.
All right.
For sure. What do you hope to accomplish if you make it to the NFL?
What I hope to accomplish? I mean, I wanna win a ring. That's a big thing. I didn't win anything as far as like championship wise. Going like growing up, like through rec leagues, middle school, high school. I never won a ring before. So
Very pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be the first for that'd be a first for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's a good goal to have. Team goal, especially.
Absolutely.
What has been your biggest focus during the draft process? Like, what have you been working on this offseason, like focusing heavily for?
I'm just cleaning up all the little things, technique, the fundamentals, just kind of getting prepared for the draft. Not combine, the pro day. Just working on just both doing linebacker drills and D line drills. Still working on for the 225 test vertical. I'm working on every aspect of it. So nothing too specific, but just kind of cleaning up a lot of small things.
You got
They
any hint
do
on
it.
that 40?
Go ahead.
You got any
Say it
hint
again.
on what that 40 time is going to look like?
I don't. I know it's gonna be pretty good, but I don't have a number for you.
All right.
Are they holding a pro day at Norfolk State, or are you going on to somewhere else and doing a pro day there?
So Norfolk State and Hampton combined. So we'll do our pro day with Hampton.
Gotcha. What would a team get in a player like you?
They're gonna get a one of a kind guy. Somebody who works their butt off. A playmaker, somebody who's gonna fit in wherever they need me to fit in at. If they need me to drop in coverage every game, then I'll drop in coverage. They need me to pass rush, I'm a pass rush. If they need me on special teams, I'm gonna be on special teams. But I'm gonna make plays on the field.
Gotcha.
All right. So, what fires you up to keep going and striving for more every day?
Absolutely. My daughter. That's number one. My little family is my number one. Number one motivation. Just to this is who I do it for. This is my why. What else? The coaches in the past that's helped me to get to this point. Those are also I count them in as family as well. Yeah, family is the number one motivator in my whole process. So yeah.
Awesome. What made you decide that you wanted to be a football player? And then to add on to that question, what made you switch over to defensive end as opposed to tight end? When I know you played both in high school.
So growing up, I played a little bit of everything. I played basketball, football, baseball, I ran track a little bit. Like all those stuff was like hobbies of mine. I really wanted to do music at first, especially in middle school. But like, I had to make a decision when I got a little older. So when I got to high school, I ran track a little bit, played football, played basketball. I talked to my mom about it. She was like, you had to make a decision that you had to pick one at some point. So as I'm going through the years, I see. I mean, I did well in all the other sports, but like football was taking me places. It was it's letting me meet new people. I see I was getting recognized for it, so I chose that. I started to veer towards that football path, and basketball was more of a hobby then. And then so yeah, I mean, even changing positions. I mean, I did both. I at first when I started ninth grade, I was just tight end, wide receiver, and then as I got just a little bit bigger, I wasn't really big in high school, but as I got a little bit bigger, we was doing like tackling drills, and one of the coaches, he asked me, he was like, "You ever play defensive end?" I was like, I can, but I never done it, so. So I made that transition, and it's been the best transition for me. But yeah, I mean, even through junior and senior year when I first started playing varsity, me playing defensive end. I mean, it was unorthodox. I was in like a weird stance, and I didn't really know how to play it for real. For real, I knew my assignments, but I mean, it got better. It got better every game, and I see in the whole recruiting process, guys are looking at me as defensive end instead of a tight end. So, yeah.
I definitely think you made the right choice. What's your height and weight right now?
I'm 6. Well, they gave me 6'4" and some change, but
Hey, take what you can get.
Yeah, I got it right here.
yeah, I was great. I've been telling people I'm 6'5", but the actual man they gave me like 6'4" and some change. But I'm around 255, a little bit under. But yeah, I'm at a pretty good weight.
Yeah, it's definitely a good size to set the edge for sure.
Yeah, leading this into my next question. I saw you were at the HBCU Legacy Bowl. I see you got the the hoodie or
Oh
shirt on
yeah.
right now. They had you at 6'4", 251, 1038 hands, 3348 arms, and 8128 wingspan. Overall, though, how was that experience at the HBCU Legacy Bowl? Like with all the NFL players that were there, the whole experience of just the practices itself. How was that whole thing for you?
It was an honor. It was an honor to be there. Truly a blessing. I'm glad and I'm thankful for the opportunity because we were the first of we're like the ambassadors for the HBCU Legacy Bowl, and we're at a time where we're trying to get that bridge between small schools, HBCUs to the professional level, and like I said, it was a blessing to play in it. It was good to be around all those guys, being around some guys who've been through that process, who've made it to the professional levels. Like we had Doug Williams and Shaq Harris and Pat Mahomes were there, and Armstead from the Saints, and I mean it was a whole bunch of guys who gave us knowledge on the whole process and what to expect coming in, and just giving us all types of advice. And like I said, it was a great experience. I was glad to be there, glad to be around the guys, and good luck to everybody in the whole process.
That's awesome, man. I know you played at you were at the Shrine Bowl too, right?
Yes, sir.
And I saw a few highlights of you from there. It looked like you really had to put in a good week of practice for sure.
Yeah, it was. When I first came in, I was a little bit nervous, because that was my first time around. I can say like real FBS talent. Like even playing against some of those FBS schools through college. That was my first time around like guys who's in the same process as me, just at those bigger schools. So yeah, I came in nervous. I knew what I could do and my abilities. I just my main goal was to stand out there, show that as a small HBCU schools can stick with the big guys. So so I think I did pretty well at the Shrine Bowl. Hopefully it turn some heads there. So we'll see in a couple months.
For sure, dude. For sure.
All right. When was a time in your career or life in general that you faced adversity and got through it? Because obviously, when you get in the NFL, you're probably going to face some adversity there. So,
I'd probably say the big one was the birth of my daughter. Kind of hit me pretty fast. It was a blessing, but like it came pretty fast. But I don't regret it one bit. That was the biggest thing. That happened during the season. So, I was I was just adding on motivation, and then the passing of one of my former coaches. He was like one of the younger coaches in high school that I met. I met him when I first got to Virginia, and he just kind of took me under his wing, and he was like that older brother I never had, and he passed away right before senior year. So like I said, we're just adding on motivation. This is also one of my big whys. Why am I doing this? Because I know he helped me get to this point in life. So like I said, I'm doing this for him as well.
For sure, dude. Stepping back from the football side and get to more of like a personal side, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I'm a fisher. I like fishing. I probably fish anywhere. I wasn't successful in Georgia. I couldn't catch anything down there. But I like fishing. I like bowling. I'm a huge bowler. I'm a movie buff. I like watching movies and TV shows. That's kind of I got a wide range on what I like to watch.
That rolls right into my next question. What are your favorite TV shows right now, and some of your favorite movies?
Movies. I mean, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Oh, that. Hey, dog,
You know?
I got the. If I can get a camera on it, look at that.
Okay, no, that's tough. Okay, I'm gonna get my tattoo soon. I'm gonna get me a Hufflepuff tattoo.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
But yeah, Harry Potter. I was a Divergent series. I was in the Twilight. I mean, I read those books growing up. just like now, now they're coming out with the movies and these are great movies.
Right.
Hunger Games. I mean, I can name like TV shows right now. I'm watching Raising Dion. Shoot, I was a huge Office fan, Parks and Rec. I love those shows. I dabble in anime a little bit. I'm still a huge Pokemon fan. Sure, I could name a whole bunch, but yeah,
Right.
I'm in
I
all
literally,
that.
I just started watching anime myself. I just started watching it. I'm like halfway through the first season of Demon Slayer. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to watch some new ones. I watched like the big ones, like Naruto.
Right.
I watched Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia. Yeah, I'm still watching. I'm still watching some other stuff.
I got you, bro. So I'm a big Harry Potter fan myself, dude. Like I'm Harry Potter to the core.
Yeah, it's a few of us still out there,
Doing the Harry Potter Wordle.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, is there any system you think you'd fit best in? Any type of system?
Like I said, it doesn't really matter for me. I can be a 4-3 defensive end, or I can be a stand-up 3-4 end. It doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, I feel like I'm versatile enough to fit in any system. So, like I don't have I don't have like a favorite system. Like I played in everything. In college, we started off 4-3, and then we went 3-4, and then we went back to 4-3 and 4-2-5, and so yeah, I've been in all of them.
That's what's up, man. Do you have any like pregame rituals or anything like that?
Not like nothing crazy. I like to, before I put my cleats on. Like I'm superstitious a little bit, but like before I put my cleats on, I always dump them out. I've been doing that for a while. I'll do that. Before I go on the field, I always like to wipe my feet. So I wipe my feet to leave the negativity off the field. So I don't have that with me when I go on the field. I always do that. I'm always praying before the game. I listen to jazz music before a game, and I watch cartoons before the game. I don't like I feel like when I'm like super locked in, like it causes me to not be 100. So like when I'm real calm and collected, and I feel like my best. Like I said, I like watching. I watch Tom and Jerry before a game. Just get some laughs going. I'm listening to jazz music, kind of keeps me calm. So yeah, yes.
All right. So for the last question, what was your favorite moment from your football life? Is there any specific play or any just specific event that you will always remember at the top?
It'd probably be like junior year. Junior year when I scored my first collegiate touchdown. We was playing North Carolina Central. I believe it was third quarter, and I forgot what where they was at, but they wasn't like back. They was somewhat backed up, and I think it was like second or third down, and it was just we just called regular field check, and it was a pass. So I had Ricky Thomas on the other side. He's pass rushing. I'm pass running. The pocket collapses, and he caused the quarterback to fumble. And I see the block, get off the block, and I see the ball, and I scoop and I score, and like that was like a huge moment right there. I was just really excited. Came to the sideline. I had a former coach, Coach Tracy. He's talking to me, and he was like, enjoy this because this is your moment. Like you're gonna be great in the future. Like this, just right here, enjoy your moment. And like, like I was just excited. I had scored, and I was like, wow, it's crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Well, I don't have any more. I don't think he has any more. Just know that, hey, man, we're rooting for you now, man. We appreciate you coming on here. You seem like a good guy. You got a good head on your shoulders, man. Family man. I'm a dad myself, so I can totally relate to everything about that. And I'm just thank you for coming on, man. We're really rooting for you. I can't wait to see you hunting these quarterbacks down in the league.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, man.
All right. Thank you for coming on. See ya.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Another edition of Hidden Gems. I didn't butcher it this time.
Because I took over.
Exactly. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight into the Jaguars segment. We always promised the Jaguars are staying around. There's always going to be a segment, so we're always going to talk some Jaguars. So let's go ahead and start it. The Jaguars are playing the Raiders for the 2022 Hall of Fame game. First time the Jaguars are playing in this game since '95, since we played the Carolina Panthers, the team that your brother picked, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, I know it's just another preseason game, and I know it means nothing, but I'm kind of excited just because it's more Jaguars football. It's more football for me to watch the first half of.
I'm not sure how much of the starters we'll see in that game, but if you're like us, you care about watching people fight for their lives. It sounds kind of weird to term it, you're fighting for your life.
Fighting for my life, man. You know.
So I like watching. Yeah.
Fighting for my MF in life.
I like seeing players battle it out regardless of where they're at on the depth chart. So, I mean, and if you're like the Jaguars and you get hurt a lot, these guys might actually play.
Yeah, I also like seeing draft picks play because you normally see draft picks play in these kind of games.
Sure.
So we may not see the main guys play, but...
Yeah, we probably won't see Aiden Hutchinson play.
I remember in our first preseason game when we drafted Josh Allen and he went crazy against the Dolphins. I remember being so excited. I hope if we do draft Aiden Hutchinson, I hope he plays in that game just so I have something to be like crazy excited for, but I digress.
Hope he dominates.
I mean, we're playing the Raiders, so he better.
Hope he dominates.
Yeah, so that's exciting. The Jaguars are getting Tony Baselli in the Hall, and we're going to the Hall ourselves. We're getting to play, finally. I'll let Sean say the next thing, because, you know, he's a big guy for me too, but Sean was always been super high on him.
The Jaguars re-signed number one center, Tyler Shatley, to a 2-year, $6.8 million deal. He finally got himself a decent piece of the pie, in my opinion. Because it's been 1 year deal, like low money. 1 year deal, low money. 1 year deal, low money. Maybe he's just content with staying in Jacksonville. Maybe he loves Jacksonville that much. I don't know.
He raised his family here, so.
I don't know what his case is. I personally feel like he could start somewhere. A lot of people disagree. I don't care. When he comes in, I can't hardly tell the difference between him and Brent Linder. That's just me personally.
He gets less penalties.
He gets less penalties, and I feel like his run blocking is either better or right up there. So he might not be as good in pass protection, and that's just like maybe. But for 2 years, $6.8 million compared to Linder, who's making $9.5 million this year.
He's basically a starter for how much he plays here. Even
right, I'll take that deal. I'll take that deal every day of the week. He's played in what? How many games over the last 2 years? Like 10?
Something like that.
So I mean, you're playing like a third or fourth of the time.
And honestly, I'd start him next year. I'd do something with Brandon Linder, and
if they wanted to free up that money, people are gonna like flame on that idea. Oh, you can't get rid of your best old lineman. Like, dude, yeah, he's barely plays. Who cares?
He's not gonna be our best. He's not gonna be our best old lineman when we sign Teron Armstead.
Exactly. Plus,
Walker Little's better anyways.
Exactly. So I just if they needed that money, it's always an option. I don't think they do or they will need the money, so they'll probably just keep the same center rotation. I'm gonna call it a rotation because that's what it ends up being. I don't think Brandon Linder's gonna go anywhere. I would not hate it if they cut or traded him.
Yeah, I would. We've said it before. I'd ideally like to trade him, but if we cut,
I'm not saying he sucks. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's a very good player who just cannot stay healthy.
The best ability is availability.
Exactly. And if I'm paying you $10 million to start at center, you better start every game.
And stop holding. Every time we get a good run, he holds.
Very true.
So he even does it in Madden, dude. Even in Madden.
Hey, Madden's super realistic, bro.
The most realistic game there ever was. All right, so did you see all the memes about him looking like a Tim Tebow with a beard?
Tyler Shatley, yeah. Are you telling me that's not big Tim Tebow?
I mean, when you look at it closely, it kind of does look like a big Tim Tebow with a beard.
It does.
Tim Tebow sticking around. He just switched positions. Don't worry.
No.
All right. The Jags hired former Ohio, not Ohio State, Ohio, assistant Tyler Tettleton. What a name.
I'm pretty sure he used to be quarterback for them.
He did. Used to be quarterback for them, and he
was actually pretty good for being like playing at Ohio.
Yeah.
He actually was pretty decent.
We hired him as an offensive quality control assistant. The amount of quarterbacks, former quarterbacks we have on this roster, on the coaching staff, is kind of incredible. It's because we got Doug Peterson. We got isn't the offensive coordinator? I'm blanking on his name.
Press Taylor.
Wasn't he a quarterback too?
I think he might have been, yeah. And then so was
Jim Bob.
wasn't Jim Bob Cooter
I think
and
he was too.
Mike McCoy.
And Mike McCoy, and then Tyler Tettleton. That's like 5 former quarterbacks on the staff.
Hey, what do you think they're catering to?
I like it. I like it. I like it. And finally, this one hurts, but it makes
I don't really
sense
care
at this
about it.
point. It's just annoying.
It is annoying. I just don't care about it.
Shad Khan put the EVP search on hold, which at this point it's not surprising considering the combine is literally now. So it's like you're basically about a draft. It's like, what's the point in hiring somebody at this point? He should have hired somebody when we hired Doug Peterson.
Yeah, that was always my thought process, was if they didn't hire him soon after hiring Doug, they're not going to hire him until after the draft. They're going to let these guys who have been here grinding out the work, put in the hours for the last year, do the job for free agency of the draft. They don't want somebody coming in here, trying to have too many chefs in the kitchen.
I will say, Trent Baalke, they talked to him today, and he did not mention anything about value this year.
You mentioned aggressiveness, explosive players for Trevor, protecting Trevor. Those are 3 things that I like to hear. Aggressiveness in free agency, protecting Trevor, explosive players on both sides of the ball.
So, hey, hear me out. I hate Trent Baalke, but hey, if he drafted well last year, if he changes his philosophy in free agency and drafts well again, I'll deal with the guy.
I'll eat the crow if he turns the team around. Who cares at that point?
If he changes his whole style and it works like he did, like he drafted last year well, if he does it again, and if he signs some people, I'll deal with it. I'm not gonna.
Hey, if we throw 30 million, 32 million at Devontae Adams, people ain't gonna be crying no more.
Oh yeah, I heard there were a lot of rumors coming out that are in reports and stuff that if he hits free agency,
big if,
the Jags are going to go really hard for him, and apparently they have a really good chance because of.
And now it sounds like Godwin's not even going to hit free agency now. So it sounds like. Which leads us to my guy.
I did see earlier though, Gutekunst. I don't know if I butchered his name.
Gutekunst.
Gutekunst? I've heard of Gutekunst.
Isn't that what it is? Gutekunst? I don't know what his name is, bro.
I've heard people say Goody.
Talk about the GM for Packers.
Packers, yeah.
What about him? I think it's Gutekunst. I don't know how to pronounce it, dude.
I don't know. I'm gonna call him Goody like Packers fans do.
Goody!
Apparently, I saw him talking earlier, and they said their priority is figuring out Aaron Rodgers, and then everything else comes after. So I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers holds out long enough.
They only got like 15 days.
That Devontae Adams hits free agency while they're focusing on Rodgers.
Either way, if he doesn't make it and Godwin doesn't make it, where does that lead you? Back to me and my guy, Mr. ACL tear. Balky's gonna love it. Michael Gallup.
Unfortunately, though, apparently it's rumored that we really like Allen Robinson.
I'd
be fine with it, but it's not what I want.
In the words of Josiah, why? Why is every time I like suck?
How do you remember that? That's so old.
Never forget.
Oh my gosh, Marco Wilson.
It's not even about Allen Robinson at this point. It's about. I think we have that type of player already on the roster in Marvin Jones.
For cheaper.
Same kind of player, in my opinion. Allen Robinson's coming off a shitty, terrible year. Like, give me somebody who separates. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's intriguing. Free agency is coming up soon, so probably next week is probably going to be our free agency video. Next week or the week after.
Well, when's the day? What's the final day for tags? Isn't it like the 10th or something like that?
It's soon because tags are open right now. Teams can tag.
Yeah, but I think it's still the 10th they have.
Yeah,
you look it up.
Franchise either way, tag, we'll do our deadline. Free agency video after the tags, like very close to that. But yeah, I'm really hoping
March 8th.
March 8th, so that would be next week.
It'll be literally next week. Yep, March 8th at 4 p.m. I believe is the cutoff date for tags.
Because 7 days to today is March 8th.
So after that, I will formulate my. So maybe we might need to film it.
We could film it later in the week.
Yeah, because after that, then I'll do my free agent wish list.
So yes, next week is our free agency video. Stay tuned. Yeah, if Devontae Adams hits free agency, oh my gosh, I would pass out if we signed him.
I'll wake up to that dream.
Hey. He's 29 years old, bro.
Oh yeah, bum.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play long into his 30s.
Yeah, me either, bum.
Unless he's Randall Cobb or something, you know.
Yeah, bum.
Oh my gosh, you guys don't understand what we're talking about. We'll leave it at that, though. Yeah, I think you guys get what we're doing, though. But yeah, that's all Jaguars for the week. We'll see you guys next week on the Jaguars for free agency and stuff. So that should be exciting. Oh, apparently the Jags are unsure if they're going to use their franchise tag, and I personally wouldn't use it.
Well, that's a viewer question. Oh
yeah, okay. Well, it's the first viewer question. We'll just jump into the viewer questions.
Let's break into our viewer questions from Patrick.
Yep, all these are from Patrick, the GOAT, the only guy who asks us a question.
The only loyal fan.
If you guys want to ask us questions, comment them below or follow us on Twitter at the Big Cat Chat right below me.
We literally put out a tweet about, hey, if you have any questions.
Yep, we
put
tweet
them in
every week. I tweet it multiple times, actually. But yeah, what, if anything, would you do with the Jaguars franchise tag? I'll just continue what I was saying. I personally would not use it unless you're going to tag and trade Cam Robinson.
Bingo.
I would not tag DJ Chark because that's stupid. I would not tag Cam Robinson to keep him because I think that's stupid. I would not tag anybody else because that literally is unworldly. So
there's nobody worth it.
Exactly. I mean,
there's no franchise player worth it.
Let's tag Andrew Winger, bro. Got to keep him around.
What's the salary on a safety tag? Like $9 million?
Something like that. I mean, we got to keep him around, bro.
Oh, homie G ain't starting, bro. But anyway, I hope they do nothing with it because unless they're gonna tag and trade Cam, which I don't see them doing, I'm gonna go with let's do a whole bunch of nothing.
I have to agree with that. All right, non-Jags related. What would you be looking for in a late round draft flyer pick? I'll let Sean take this one.
How late you want to go with this? Like, what's late to you?
Day 3.
Day 3, so like 4th or later.
Yep.
I think 4th round or later. You could probably snag a Khalil Shakir, probably in the 4th round. Fast wide receiver, decent size, short arms, but still make plays regardless. If you're looking at a running back, there's going to be like a Hassan Haskins will probably be available at that point. It's possible, I don't know, he might be a 3rd round pick, but like James Cook could potentially be there in the 4th round. Dameon Pierce could potentially be there in the 4th round. Depending on how people feel about him, some people have him rated as the RB1.
I have him as
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Tight ends, you're looking at like a Jake Ferguson, like a Charlie Kohler, Cade Otton. Those are the kind of guys you're getting to late.
Yeah, I think edge rusher wise, I'll take it off and do some other positions. Edge rusher, you could get Jesse Luketa maybe. He might go a little bit higher, but I have him in the 4th round. Isaiah Thomas, Jeffrey Gunter, Tyreek Smith, Amari Barno, just to name a few guys. Then some linebackers, you got Terrell Bernard, Channing Tindall, Brian Asamoah. He might actually go a little bit higher. I've seen some hype for him. I might actually move him up my board. I don't know. But
he's pretty fast.
He's got really good range.
Yeah.
But I've got him in the 4th round. Then you got, let's look. You also got Mike Rose. Then in cornerbacks, you got Michael Wright, maybe, Marcus Jones, Cam Taylor-Britt, Caleb Evans. I have not done safeties yet, so offensive line-wise.
For safety, there's a Brad Hawkins from Michigan. He's like a 6th-rounder right now.
You got Braxton Jones, offensive tackle. I mean, Rasheed Walker, I guess. I hate Rasheed Walker.
Kellen Diesch, he's like a 4th-rounder on some people's boards.
Kellen Diesch. I have him in the 2nd round, but
some people have him as a 4th-rounder.
Guard wise, I guess you got Cade Mays, Donovan West, Luke Fortner. What else? Quarterback, I mean, I guess Bailey Zapp. I have him in the 4th
Bailey
round.
Zappy?
He's Zapp on my board.
Zappy?
I guess you like you like Caleb Ellaby.
I mean he looked alright when I watched him play this year. He looked alright. I actually was surprised he's not very big, but his arm was pretty lively.
I
think I watched him play. He played Michigan, I think, in the first game of the season. And he looked alright.
right. There's Mackay Polk, another receiver, Mackay Polk. I think Justin Ross is a really, really late. I have him in the 6th round just because of all the injury stuff. You could take a flyer on Justin Ross. Jareth Stearns. I know Jareth Stearns is like tiny as you know what.
Oh, if you want some other late round players,
I know.
DeShaan Dixon.
Tanner Connor.
Defensive end from Norfolk State.
Tanner Connor, receiver, Idaho State.
Cornerback.
You could say the name because I said
cornerback.
Darrell Henderson. But yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, there's a lot of guys you could take. I mean, I know a lot of people. Some people have Kyle Phillips in the late rounds. I have Kyle Phillips, aka Cooper Kupp. I have him in the 3rd round. But if maybe he goes later, I think if you get him a good quarterback, like any receiver, he'll be really good. Running back, like you said, I haven't really watched that many of them, but I know there's Zamir White too, Brian Robinson, Rashad White. Yep. There's
Hassan, baby.
Ty Chandler at a UNC. You got a lot of guys.
Is Zach Charbonnet? Did he decide to go back, or is he coming out?
He went back.
Unreal.
He'd probably be a top 3-4 running back in the class if he went out. So
that dude is big and fast.
He's cooking for you in Madden, bro.
I don't know why he transferred. Man, I guess I get
it.
it.
Transfer from? I know he went
Michigan.
Oh, he played for Michigan?
He went for Michigan, and then we signed that recruit whose name is escaping me at the current moment. Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
Who's a 5-star, and then was Corum and Haskins. He was just like, UCLA, I'm out.
And he's balling.
He might be from California. I'm not totally sure, but
maybe
he's aight.
I got to remove Jalen Redmond from my board, my defensive tackle board. He went back.
Haskell Garrett.
He's a bum. Dude, I had such high expectations
Ohio State
for Haskell Garrett. And then
it's just so weird that his tape stinks because like I felt like every time I watched an Ohio State game, I kept hearing his name.
It's because they talk about him because he was always viewed as good. It's just I just never.
But like I feel like I kept hearing his name for making like it was Haskell Garrett on the stop, Haskell Garrett on the play.
Not from the film I watched, at least.
This dude's Marvin Wilson 2.0.
Pretty much. I mean, he just didn't get it. He's Marvin Wilson if he didn't get injured. So Marvin Wilson getting injured probably is what made him undrafted. Oh, Neil Farrell. Shout out Lucas.
Neil Farrell
at LSU, defensive tackle. I have him in the 4th round.
What did you say? What'd you say about him? He was big and can't move or something like that?
I said he's a big fat guy running on the field.
Big. He's just a big fat guy running.
He ain't doing nothing out there. He just running.
Oh, late round. Kicker Cade York. Shout out Lucas.
Jaguars.
Jaguars? Got bigger leg than Matthew Wright, probably.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. We had fun recording it, and hope you guys enjoyed it. This edition of Draft.
And thanks again to DeShaan Dixon for coming out.
For sure.
Getting on a Hidden Gems.
Hidden Gems, baby.
We're currently in progress looking for another person to put on a Hidden Gem. So if you guys have any suggestions, at them.
Yeah.
At us.
Yep, and we'll DM them as well. So
for sure.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow my Twitter above me, Sean's Twitter above him, and the podcast Twitter most importantly below me at the Big Cat Chat. Make sure to follow us. We're on every platform pretty much. If you want to watch us here, if you're listening, watch us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can listen to us on other platforms. All that stuff. You get the point. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, and do all that stuff. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Indeed.